Greetings and welcome back to Stellaris, my United Nations of Earth playthrough. So I was checking the victory conditions here, and apart from the prime awareness, which has about double my economic strength, I have a higher economic strength than every other empire in the game, including the Fallen Empire. Now I'm way behind on technology for most of these, especially the prime awareness. They have about triple mine. Quite a few others have about double my tech, but I'm fairly close on some of them. The Fire Tribes of Kel, the League of Brian States, I'm not too far behind them. I'm above the Commonwealth of Man in tech, finally. And the Pirac, I've actually surpassed them in technology. And economy. Also, the Hazar Pact I have surpassed in both economy and tech. But yeah, I think I'm on the right path. I just would like more technology, more science, and I'm working on that. I have a few research stations coming online. A research institute coming online, along with a few more research... What are they called? Drawing a blank here. Yeah, I just got another one online, a research facility, research lab, yes, here at Avalon. And as soon as I get the exotic gases, I'm only missing 2, so it'll be next month, I will be able to get started on a research institute here as well. And this place will have quite a decent research output then. I have also gone ahead and created a bunch of new fleets that are just torpedo boats. A more efficient design would have been using my pickets. They're cheaper, but I wanted the torpedo boats, and I went ahead and assigned them different stations because that's where I want them to end up popping up. And I'm going to reinforce these fleets and send them out to take over patrol routes. And of course I will rename the fleets as soon as I can to be the patrol route they're on, so I know where they belong. So this one will be the Breglar Sol route. And then I will have one for Banus to, Sugelia to Obtelis. I have another one coming online for Obtelis to Friaka. And then one for Friaka to Yilon, and then the last one for Friaka to Trimus. So that should get that all taken care of, so that I no longer need to patrol with these actual fleets. And I will also be able to experience XP up multiple admirals at that point, because I have more fleets doing patrolling. Right now, the one from Yilon is only going to need 1 ship to keep piracy suppressed completely. They will be getting experience for suppressing what little there is. I didn't actually check. Yeah, there's a teeny amount of piracy down here, so I will need another fleet for Almac to Trimus. So let us do that. Yeah, I think that is the last trade route I will need, because Pawnel is going to be covered by the one in Chaban, because it's going through Chor's Compass. So yeah, let me create one more fleet. Create new. Home base will be Almec. We'll have a torpedo boat class. And currently I only need 1. So let's reinforce that fleet. I don't want it built at Sol Station. I want it built at Almac. Damn it. Alright, this one's building an extra one there. Drop those. Let's see if that freed up Almac. Nope. Alright, let's clear out those 2 at Almac. Yes, now it will build that one at Almac. And build 2 of these at Almac. There we go. Yeah, I don't want them built at different stations. So like they keep popping up Sol Station over there. I want all of these built at Blorg. So it looks like Sol Station is the one that has the most available. So I'll just have to wait until some of these have been churned out to reinforce them further. I'm kind of low on alloys right now anyway. As soon as this guy finishes these last few surveys, I'm actually sending him back to assist research at Blizzard. By then, I believe Blizzard will start having some research facilities online to make use of that slight bonus to society research. Also, edict-wise, I want to go ahead and fire up nutritional plenitude. Now, this is going to put me in a deficit for food, because it ups my food upkeep by 25%, which would end up being about 75. That's not a huge deficit, and that will be compensated for as my population grows a little bit. This boost to happiness and population growth speed will really help out with that.
We are being hailed.
These guys actually shooting down my stations? Not very effectively. They've almost got the research station. That's fine. Okay, the Darbalin finally want an embassy. So let us agree to that, and let's check contacts. The Darbalin. Yes, now we have 20 more intel. We'll eventually get to see their origin. So it's having an embassy that makes the difference. So we need to establish embassies, see if we can establish embassies with everybody eventually. Oh, we have a new proposal, collective waste management. Instead of forcing each mine or factory to bear the burden of dealing with industrial waste themselves, we should designate areas where we can store the leftovers of progress. I actually oppose that. I don't want to make toxic worlds and crap like that, basically dump sites. Each mine or factory should deal with its industrial waste themselves by finding a way to neutralize or recycle it.
We have lost a research station.
Yes, it was inevitable. Now he's going after one of my mining stations. How far out is my fleet? Still, yeah. About 11 months. So yeah, he's going to end up getting all of the stations in there destroyed. All of my new fleet should start popping up pretty soon. There we go. Let's go to Fleet Manager. Alright, 4th Fleet is Breglar Station. Actually, I can see their home base here. Breglar Station. So this fleet is going to be... the Breglar Sol Patrol. I'm going to go ahead and send them to Azeroth. And after they get sent to Azeroth, actually, right there. How long is it going to take you to get there? 40 days. So in about a little over a month. Actually, that would almost end up being April 1st. I can assign his patrol route. Let's see. 6th Fleet is a Friaka Station. That one, how many ships do I have set aside in this one? 8. Yeah, that one goes here. This is the Friaka Obatellis Patrol. Seventh Fleet's home station base is Yilon Station. So this is the Friaka Yilon patrol. And it is completed, so I can have it go ahead and go there. 8th Fleet is Tremus Station. So that is the Friaka Tremus patrol. So I need to move them to Markaz. And 10th Fleet is Obtelis Station. So that is the Obtelis Sol patrol. I mean, Obtelis Sugalia patrol. So where are you currently located? You're in Blorg, Spain. So we will send you to Galactic. Now that we've got some of these fleets built, reinforcements will come from near the fleets. This one is already going to be at full strength. This one needs a bunch more. Let's see, so they should all be built. Yeah, those will be built at Yilon. Let's actually drop one off of that so we can have one reinforce a different one. That one will come out at Blorg, Spain. Okay. And then we are going to need more alloys. We do have one new fleet that hasn't been completed yet. That's the Almach to Tremus patrol. As soon as it is churned out, I will have my last piracy patrol fleet set up. Now let's go ahead. First Fleet is currently patrolling to knock out stuff as Second Fleet is about to enter combat, and Third Fleet is in the process of going somewhere to patrol. But I'm eventually going to be moving these admirals over to these fleets. Let's see, that's 3 that will be moved over. I will still need 3 more admirals, so let's go ahead and recruit some. Oh, I have one available. Okay. There's one for that patrol. So I need 2 more admirals. Yeah, the ship upkeep one would be nice for one of my larger ones, Obtelis Sugalia. So we will recruit that guy. And we need 1 more. I guess we'll go with XP gain. And we will put the one with the reduced upkeep for the one that is going to be the larger patrol fleet. And of course, anytime we need these admirals to fill out our actual fleets that are going into combat, we can pull them out of our patrol fleets. In the meantime, the patrol fleets would be a good way for them to level up, and I could replace a building on here, like say this transit hub, with a crew quarters and park these larger fleets to cut down on the upkeep.
We have lost a mining station.
Yes, it was inevitable. We've got 1 more we're going to lose. Alright, now I can go ahead and set up this patrol route. It just has 2 systems to patrol. I have 20 piracy suppression. I will eventually have 40, but right now you can see he has completely suppressed the piracy in this system. Even though he currently only has 20 piracy suppression, it's sufficient to stamp out the maximum piracy. Yeah, it says because piracy suppression is higher than trade value. Current piracy will decay to 0. Piracy suppression is not higher than trade value. Piracy suppression is higher than max piracy. That's what's stamping it out. Yes, I can finally get a planetary capital on this system. And as soon as it is completed, I could get a research institute here on one of my larger research worlds.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
A re-engineered and unified grid further reduces energy losses over distance. Now we're getting into the expensive stuff. Let's go ahead and knock out the FTL inhibitors. That will be fairly quick, and it's a dead-end technology. Now I should be able to upgrade a few of these energy grids. Requires exotic gases. I do have an abundance of them right now, but I will end up dropping that trade. We'll go ahead and do this one. Actually, I should save it for the ones that have the most, like this one. It's in the process of doing something. This one is busy. This one is busy. Earth actually doesn't have one. Go figure. I haven't actually built a energy grid on Earth. So I might end up eventually replacing the robotics plant. I'm close to having all the robots I need. As soon as I fill out these technicians, I think I need just a handful more. I could drop the robotics facility on Earth for an energy grid. I don't really want to get rid of the alloy foundry and the civilian fabricator. I do need an auto-curating vault. And I would like the Ministry of Production. So yeah, that would be the only thing I could really get rid of. I could get rid of the Cyto Revitalization Center. It's currently offering 4 jobs, unfortunately. And it's only giving me 20 amenities, which is a big surplus for me at this moment, because the hyper entertainment forums are giving me 40. I don't really need the medical workers anymore. But the way I would do this is about to be done with the synthetic crystal plant. It'll be done before the month is out. So since I don't want a sudden surge of unemployed specialists, since the synthetic crystal plant is going to offer a specialist, what I'm going to do is go ahead and close out 1 medical worker job. As soon as the synthetic crystal plant is done, that available specialist will go over into that job. And I will probably wait until I upgrade, like the administrative parks. Well, no, they're already at max, aren't they? No, they can go another level. When I upgrade them, I will drop this another 2 jobs. That will leave it with just 1. And then I could shift it to something else. Maybe if I get, that's another thing. If I do get the upgraded version of the Heritage site, I can shift them over to the Heritage site. That way I don't end up with a lot of unemployed medical workers when I swap out this job. But I guess for now, this place will work. It does have 14 technicians, 15 including this. This will make it a 16th. And it has the Batharian power plant. So yes, this would be the place to upgrade first. Because that's 19 technicians. It's about to be 20 technicians that will be getting an extra energy credit each. Alright, my final patrol fleet is up. The Almac to Tremus patrol. Let's send them to Thoravia. Okay, we just encountered Oh, that's not good. Oh, good. Yeah, we didn't enter their space, at least. We just encountered the other Fallen Empire. It is the military isolationist. The Fallen Empire dedicates itself to the defense of its borders against any intrusions. Colonizing systems that border them is likely to draw ire. Pitiful creatures, know that we roam the stars for aeons before your hapless species mastered spaceflight. If any of your wretched little ships cross into our space, do not expect them to return. Alright, so we just encountered them by popping into the maw here. So we will go ahead and survey that system, and then hop over and survey that system. But we can't really get through their territory. Which explains why my allies didn't expand much that direction. Alright, set up this patrol. Now, is that... No! Why aren't you patrolling through the piracy? Alright, you're annoying me. You are annoying me by going there. Why isn't the trade route going that way? Alright, so patrol to there, and then patrol to there. Why are you doing this to me? Let me do it this way. Patrol to there. And then once you get there, I'm going to shift click and tell you to patrol to there. This is annoying. And hopefully they will keep up that patrol route. I wonder if I told them to patrol... Let's try this. If I tell you to patrol all the way to Tremus. Nope. They bypass Ruthari. I want you to go to Ruthari. Alright, after you do that, patrol to there. Why do you keep doing that? Alright, here's a better idea. Stop what you're doing. I want you to patrol to there, and then I want you to patrol to there. So I have to start them there, tell them patrol that way, come back, and then patrol that way and come back to get them to do what I want. I have to start their patrol in Ruthari. Still 6 months away from engaging the Red Corsairs. We have a favor with the Sondrathon. Alright, I'm just going to have this patrol sit here for a bit while it reinforces, because it does not have the strength to handle that pirate fleet yet. So I'm going to see how long it takes this specialist. Yeah, he would be going to Al Madain. It says 12% chance per month. Let's check out Al Madain. It has an available specialist job, yes. So yeah, we're going to start booting out these specialists and let them migrate to other worlds so that I can get... I've already gotten started on the energy grid. I'm hoping they'll all be moved out by the time 8 months pass. My consumer goods are starting to dwindle. Oof.
Research concluded.
Gravity well projectors can be used to create localized packets of space, where safe entry into hyperspace is impossible. The immense power requirement and the size of the projector prohibits their use on anything smaller than the starbase. Tachyon sensors, those are the upgraded sensors. So quantum field manipulation is the only thing that won't bring a ship component at this point. And I could use the boost in energy credits since it looks like I may have to be buying some stuff pretty soon. Take about a year to get those. Alright, we are about 2 months away from clearing out this pirate fleet. Which reminds me, I should have already had you in motion. Not you. The one from Yilon. Let's have this one start here, because I'm going to have to rebuild those two bases. Actually, I can go ahead and tell you to be passive. Build the research station and the mining station. Go ahead and set that crap aside, and they'll be cleared out before you get there. Alright, now that combat is engaged there, I can set up this guy's patrol. Why are you not patrolling in the system that you need to? Because there's currently pirates there? Okay, cancel your orders until the pirates are gone. Shield nullification in this system. So my ships are going to take a little bit of damage, but that was quick. Didn't lose anything. I did take some slight armor damage. Took out 13 raiders. Now after you take out that remaining base, I will send you home. Now let's see if I can set up your patrol route. You're still not going the way I want you to. Well, poo. Cancel your route again. We have a favor with the League of Phemisto. And the Senate is now in session for collective waste management. Nope. That's on the Senate floor? Seriously? You bypass cooperative research channels for this stupid collective waste management that is actually benefiting me more than anybody else because I have the strongest economy. Oh my God, I hate you people. I really do. I absolutely hate you. I want the cooperative research channels. It boosts research. Alright, so there's a 1-day delay on this one. It's going to have a 1-day creep if I just wait for them to tell me to renew it. I don't have the alloys to renew it anyway. So that means I'm going to lose a little bit of my bonus for engineering, but so be it.
Engaging hostile station.
This should be fairly quick.
System survey concluded.
So we got 50 energy credits and 80 minerals from destroying that pirate base. Now you can go home. You can get the leader that was in Second Fleet and start patrolling. Now, are you still going to patrol the wrong damn way? Yes! That is annoying. Alright, so we need to go to the Kekaro system. Then tell it to patrol from there to Markaz, and then from there to Fagahinajad.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Star Fortress. These mighty space forts will provide a focal point for all military activity in the star system, and their presence is sure to deter all but the most stubborn attackers. Well, since we seem to be falling into an issue with consumer goods, upgrading to the civilian replica complexes may help out. Alloy megaforges would be faster, though. Although we don't need the alloys as much right now. Well, we will. But minerals are actually more precious to me because I can convert them with the Cybrex Warforge. Could knock out the L-Gate Insight. Let's see, 2 years for orbital rings. 6 months for the megaforges. Year and a half for the repli complexes. Let's get the L-gate insight. It's rare. We'll knock it out. That way it will get one more L-gate insight. Though it's not really critical to research these. If you get an abundance of cash, you can just buy them from the curator order. If you can get your energy credits really up, there's like a 10-year delay on purchases of them, I believe. But you can buy them from them. Alright, I don't believe I can jump there. Let's see. If I go to passive, experimental subspace navigation, no, unexplored. I have to have a visual on the system to jump to it. So let's go back to evasive, and we will just have to fly around to a system to check it out. Yeah, let's go to there. Oh my, yeah, we can jump over to there, that's right. It's still going to take me a long time to get there. But yeah, I forgot they had a wormhole here that led to their territory. Well, the Hithian Confederation has opened their borders to me. I could explore up that way. Now, we'll go ahead and get the Verzak scouted out. It'll take several years for this guy to get there. Now, let's see if we can get this patrol going. I want you to patrol to Markaz. I said... I want you to patrol to Markaz. And then I want you to patrol that way. Yes, now we've got the patrol route set up the way we want it. Now it's just a matter of getting these fleets reinforced. And as we reinforce these fleets, we will end up getting more power projection. Form the Galactic Council. The Galactic community should have a council of leaders to help keep order. Well, currently I'm one of the top 3, so I should be in it. I'm definitely supporting that. Establishes a council of 3 members. Council begins with the powers to push emergency measures, propose sanction resolutions, and denounce. So that will be the next one proposed, usually. So, once again, collective research channels are going to be delayed. Zarpact has declared them their rivals, the Hithians. My specialist still has not moved off this world. That's unfortunate. But my unemployed pops do provide unity and don't have a penalty to happiness. So actually it doesn't matter if it takes them a while now. They're giving me a little unity while I wait for them to shift to a world that needs them. A massive field of debris orbits the pulsar in the Wymos system. Our scientists theorize that the partially intact structure in the densest portion of the field somehow harnessed the power of the star to launch objects incredible distances. If we develop the knowledge to work on great megastructures, we could repair the quantum catapult. That is in Tezekian Hive space. So they've got a ruined quantum catapult. Can we enter their territory? Yes, we can. So let's start scouting out the citizen state of Hazook. Got a favor with the Hazar Pact. Haven't really made any progress on this archaeological dig yet. 90% chance for breakthrough. Favor with the Commonwealth of Man. So yes, that specialist still has not moved off-world. So these remaining 2 medical workers are also going to be kicked out. One of them might choose to demote before they move off-world, since I'm building an energy grid. Oh, my governor of Elon has died. Elon is a sector by itself, so who can we recruit? Food from jobs. Don't really have food here. Longer lifespan. We're probably getting close to losing... No, all of those are pretty good. We'll get the longer lifespan one.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Everything happened at once. I now need 6,000 minerals to get 3,000 alloys. Through comprehensive study of irradiated environments, we will allow our settlers to colonize worlds that have been devastated by nuclear warfare. Well, interstellar campaigns is one of the cheaper ones, but you know, I don't really need the war exhaustion and the claim influence anytime soon. Fleet command limit, I'm pretty good on that right now. I could beef up, expecting to get battleships, but that'll be a while. So I am better off getting another technology. The upgraded food processing facilities. Let us get the Grand Embassy Complex so we can get a envoy back in the Senate. Finally! Destiny. Records aboard the station reveal that the former inhabitants were deeply religious and had no contact with the outside world, which they feared and despised. Every aspect of their lives was governed by an omniscient oracle who scribed their destinies at birth. Divine will decided everything from their choice of partner and occupation to the minutiae of their daily lives, leaving them with little individual freedom. Most were afraid to diverge from their destined paths, as all who did perished under mysterious circumstances. Got a breakthrough chance right off the bat here. Is it going to take you forever again? Alright, so we've gotten up to 50 intel with the Darbalin. I can finally see their origin. Separatist. Go figure. That's what I thought they were going to end up being. So that does mean that the Rayan stars disappeared because of a rebellion. They had a rebellion with their one remaining colony. The trade wind is idle. There's the Commonwealth of Man space. There is a pirate outpost here. Damn it. Let's go through the Commonwealth of Man space. So we'll go ahead and get them mapped out. That'll get us over here to see. Oh, it looks like the League of Phemisto is about to be obliterated. Because they are under control of the Commonwealth of Man. Yeah. Defender war exhaustion is pretty high. So unless the Tezekian hive and the Urza organism can do something about it, I think the League of Phemisto is gone.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Quantum superposition of energy coils, simultaneously drained and charged. Interesting. Alright. Looks like ship upgrades are going to be our way to go. Our ship fleets in transit are torpedoes and autocannons. So we can research either of these without affecting their designs. That will take a little over 2 years for the boost to overall research speed. Yeah, let's go ahead and knock out some of these. We'll start with the barrier point defense. Our energy credits should jump up. We are starting to fall behind a little bit in consumer goods again. I think that's mainly because our Overlord subsidy is increasing more than anything else. And we're getting more specialist pops, which consume more than our other pops. Garanshu entered into a defensive pact with the Hazar. Nice! So the Garanshu and the Hazar are getting on good terms. Now if I could just get the Fire Tribes on good terms with them. Word is leaking out of significant changes taking place within the borders of the Alvathari Star Assembly. It would appear that they have fully embraced the technology of cybernetics. It is now mandatory for all of their citizens to have basic cybernetics and neural implants installed through surgery. This has resulted in sweeping changes to their society. Reports from Alvo suggest that even simple acts like using an elevator or operating an air car require cybernetic implants now. In fact, the changes to their species have been so significant that they call themselves the High Alvatharians now. So their species is going the synthetic evolution perk path. Destined for defiance. The archaeological team has made an unexpected discovery. Embedded within the station walls is a hidden surveillance system that seems to have been feeding visual and auditory information to a single point somewhere within the station's core. Someone was monitoring the disciples at all times, even in their most private moments. In some places, the equipment has been torn out or sabotaged. Closer to the central hub are signs of violence and disruption. It seems as though at some point the inhabitants discovered they were being monitored. Got a breakthrough chance right off the bat for the next stage. And we are starting to take care of our deficit in consumer goods. We've almost got the influence we need for our first habitat. However, we are short on the alloys. We're short on the minerals to be able to convert it, so we'll probably end up having to buy it. We need like 1,000 more alloys. Yeah, that'd be 1,200. Or we could get 3,000 more minerals, about the same price. Yeah, we'll probably just outright buy the alloys, honestly. Oh, and I could drop that trade now. 1 rare crystal? Yeah, okay. I had forgotten entirely about that trade. Alright, so we can up our specialist pop resource output by creating a system of autonomous, self-organizing collectives to run our factories and schools. We can greatly improve the productivity of other industries. And our next one will be in another 3.5 years. We will get the building speed increase. That was creative collectives. Our next one is standard construction templates. And we have enough influence to start on our first habitat. So let's buy 1,000 alloys. And the first one we will start on will be Almac 3, I believe. Yes. So we're going to start building this mega structure. It will take 4.5 years. After which we will move to Almac Prime. And we'll probably get enough for another construction in the meantime, so we will start on one of the others. And the other two we already have mining stations, but we will continue to get the benefits of the mining station up until the thing is actually completed. And we will have our last two reinforcements out by July. We've almost got our consumer goods back positive again. We get a few more of these. Yeah, I got another civilian fabricator coming online fairly soon. Tzek and Hive and Alvathari are rivals. That's not good. We're trying to get most of these people to cooperate. And they returned the rivalry. We've gained a favor with the League of Brienne States.
Research concluded.
Intensive study within the fields of nanomachinery and subspace phenomenon will eventually yield a new L-Gate insight into the disabled L-Gate mystery. Now, what do we have? All of these are fairly expensive with the exception of upgraded missiles. That one we would have in about 9 months. Minerals are starting to drop a little. We used to have about 600 a month. All of these take about a year and a half. Let's actually go ahead and get the upgraded missiles. About the time we get the barrier point defense done, it won't be about 6 months further along until we get the antimatter missiles, and then we can do some ship overhauls. Depending on how long it takes, we might actually do some overhauls with the point defense, because I believe most of the ships that have point defense do not also have antimatter missiles. And I need to pay attention. Oh, yes.
System survey concluded.
All of my ships can now, stations can now be upgraded, and I need to pay attention to the trade wind. As a matter of fact, it's almost done with its travel. Let's survey that system, since it is currently unclaimed, before we explore this way. And it looks like we have one last system to survey with the Aldrin before it heads back to assist research. Now, as for upgrading my star bases, it's going to take 1,200 alloys apiece. So that's something that I'm going to have to be doing slowly. And I believe the trade station will be the first one I do, because that way I can expand its trade collection range to 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. It already has all of this section. It will get Sarpocus. And let's see, that is 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's 5. So yes, once I get it up to where it has at least 5, so it gets an upgrade and gets 1, I can swap out the trade station in Friaka for something else. So yeah, 5 is about all it needs right now. 6 isn't going to get it any real benefit until I can get the 7th one to get Jamel. But that having 6 will also give me more trade value just from the off-world trading company.
Construction completed.
So we finally finished repairing the mining stations that were destroyed by the pirates. And now the Susquehanna is returning to Yilon 2 to set up a mining habitat when it gets a chance. We got another favor with the Alvathari. That gives us 2 favors. We need a total of 10 to get them become associates.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Divine Will. We have traced the wiring to a temple complex devoted to the worship of the Oracle and her clergy in the station's central node. But in the Oracle's chambers, instead of a divine entity, resides an enormous AI nexus of the Oracle brand. Wires extend from its core like a nervous system through the entire station. Secret communications between the inhabitants reveal there was a failed attempt at storming the temple and deactivating the nexus. It seems likely the society collapsed when it became known that their lives were not governed by divine will, but by a prophetic computer. Restarting the nexus will require extensive repairs. And we do not start with the breakthrough chance here. Interlinked support systems. Arrays of defensive armaments prove much more effective than independent countermeasures. Well, since we're actually surveying again, let's see. Oh. Yes, let's knock out the plasma thrower. That way when we get antimatter missiles, we can do some actual ship upgrades. And throw some plasma throwers on some of our designs in place of the lasers. They are really good against melting armor. And do bonus damage to hull as well. So I can wait another 7 months before I do my ship upgrades. The patrol fleets actually do not have any ships eligible for upgrades with the point defense. Unfortunately, First Fleet is probably about 7 months away from getting to Earth. But yeah, the cruisers did not get any upgrades for it. Second Fleet, it was primarily the destroyers. And Third Fleet, it was just the pickets that get upgrades. So all of those upgrades should be fairly quick. Third Fleet is headed to Almac. It'll be there in 49 days. We'll go ahead and tell it to upgrade, because Almac is a place where it can upgrade. Second Fleet is headed to Blorgsbane. It'll be there in 3 months. We'll go ahead and tell it to upgrade as well, because it's going to be repairing. And I actually do need a star base over here. Otherwise, this guy's going to have to return to Earth. Let's go ahead and send him back toward Earth. Yeah, it would take him almost a year to get there. Midway through, when I get the other upgrades and get ready to redesign ships, I will cancel this order. And actually, let's go ahead and make its home base Sol. Let's cancel the order now and just tell them return home. And we will just keep them docked at the other other shipyard we have. The Noble still has almost 2 years to reach its destination. Alright, we have another election coming up. Once again, Jag Naksheen is our leading candidate. She's getting up there, but I believe 150 is their age before they start worrying about death. I can check with another one. Leading candidate by a wide margin, but that's no guarantee. Now let's look at the leaders real quick. We should have right there, Ghent. Age is 91, 130. And she was currently 110, I believe. Yes. So she's got 20 more years, which is how long our election cycles last, I believe. So she should survive to the next election if she gets reelected. And she has been a very mining-oriented president who has also driven our unity forward and given us quite a bit of traditions. Speaking of which, yep, still 3 years away from our next one.
Ship upgrades applied.
So Third Fleet has upgraded their barrier point defense,
Ship upgrades applied.
as has Second Fleet. Second Fleet is also now fully repaired. I believe our election happens tomorrow. So after I go through and do... Oh, finally one of the specialists has moved off-world or demoted down and filled up a worker slot. No, we just got a robot, so they moved off-world, actually. They probably moved to Storm, I believe. Yeah, Storm is where they were headed. Storm had available enforcer jobs and entertainer jobs. Storm actually cannot do any further upgrades at this time. And I believe they're full up on miners, so this miner that comes out in about 2 years is going off-world. Now here is what I do with my micromanagement a little bit. You see right now I have a population of 6. Now I like to keep available jobs at 6 because those free jobs give me a pretty good immigration pool. Plus 30 to the immigration pool. Now the actual immigration value may seem small. It's only 0.44, but that's fairly a decent amount for boosting how quickly I'll get another pop. So in about 14 months, I will get another population, which would drop it down to 5. So I like to predictively have the available jobs. In this case, it would take about 11 months to build a industrial district, so I can wait another 3 months to queue up another construction, so that it is built at about the same time I get the population. I could build it early. My economy is actually strong enough. It would pull up some technicians or clerks. Technicians, it will pull up technicians because I don't have any clerks to spare. Actually, it would only pull up one technician because the others are all robots and will not go up. That's another reason to wait until you get the pop to make the available jobs, so it pulls less people from below. So yeah, I think since it'll only pull up one anyway, I'll go ahead and hold off on it. Or what I could do is build another stronghold here. That will give me more naval capacity, so eventually I can get a 4th fleet up and running. Right now I only have 47 naval capacity to spare, and it takes 60 for another fleet, I believe. So yeah, one more stronghold should get me enough. The strongholds only take a little over 6 months to build, so I can hold off on until much later to start constructing it. Alright, we got our bonus unity for completing our mandate for mining districts. Jag Naksheen has been re-elected, and our new mandate is a further miner mandate. But this is not planet-side. This is build mining stations around suitable planetoids. Now, I really can't expand any further, so I really can't build mining stations. Not unless I destroyed mining stations just to rebuild them. Or if I get them destroyed by pirates, it might count. But yeah, there's not really any way I can complete her mandate. I do not have further locations to expand to unless I jump over some of my allies and start expanding out to here, which I'm not really interested in doing. I have a decent empire size. I just need to start making more efficient use of the territory I possess, which is where the habitats come in. I will grow. My empire has room for growth through habitats. Now, if I wanted to cheese that unity gain, what I could do is just destroy mining platforms and rebuild them, and that would give me basically 1,000 free Unity, just for doing it 4 times. Not really that critical. That's only a month's extra Unity at my current rate, because I'm getting over 1,000 every month, so that would just knock a month off of it. At this point, the mandates aren't really that important, apart from, say, the role-playing aspect, and it's not role-playing to meta it and cheese the completion of a mandate. Now, what that could mean is that could mean I'm actually inspired to claim another system where I could get some mining stations going. That they want me to expand to a place that has mining stations. Let's see. Great Wound is a possibility. I believe my fleets might be able to handle these. I would take some serious losses doing it. But I believe I could clean out the Great Wound and claim it. But chances are it's actually got research and not mining. I could also leapfrog somewhere through the wormhole. But again, my choices for mining stations up this way are limited. And trying to claim a system this far out takes a tremendous amount of, yeah, let's look at it. I need 982 more, so I basically need 1,000 influence to claim that system, as far away from my borders as it is. I'd have an easier time claiming one of these. Reselect the ship. Yeah, this one would take a little bit over 200 because it is 3 jumps from my borders, but every jump is basically 75. So, you know, be 1 jump away, adjacent to my borders is 75, or 67 and a half for mine. That's right, 67 and a half. And then you double that if I have to leapfrog a system. And then you add another 67 and a half for every jump further out it is from my borders when I try to claim it. That's the reason it gets so expensive. Now, being able to, say, claim or integrate somebody way over here, or basically claim territory through war, would make it easier for me to expand that way. But that's not really my way with United Nations of Earth. Garanshu is now in a commercial pact with the Hazar Pact. That means their relations are climbing. So if I can get one of those two into the Federation, the other will follow fairly quickly. And we have gotten our cohesion fully up now. Let's see, we are gaining 10 experience a month, basically. So it's still going to take another 80 months. That's, let's see, that's about 7 years, 6.5 years, to get the next level. Right now, all we get are the free and automatic research agreements. When we gain a level, the research agreements between members will have 5% more boost. Instead of being a 25, it'll be a 30. We get an overall +5 to research speed, and whoever is the current president gets an additional research alternative. And as we push up, we get more research speed bonuses for our agreements, up to where it ends up being 50% for shared research. And we get other bonuses, such as rare technologies show up more commonly if at least one member already has it. Research speed is boosted during an in-game crisis by 40%. Diplomatic weight from tech for the president is boosted at level 3. They get another envoy at level 4, and they get an extra megastructure they can build at level 5. Yeah, I think I will wait till January and check and see if any of the others are ready to join with us. Well, as of right now, no other empires can join. The Hazar Pact, the Fire Tribes nor the Pirac will vote yes for anybody to join, and unlike association status, inviting members requires a unanimous vote, not just a majority like the association status. So I'm not sure why they are reluctant to expand since we are at full cohesion. I am just going to have to wait and see if their relations with them need to build more. I can look at opinion mode. Yes, they haven't got full trust with them yet. And the Hazar Pact. I need their trust to build up more, basically, before that they will be willing to include the Hazar Pact. And I really would like to get the Hazar Pact in the Federation with us, mainly because the Hazar Pact, despite our rough beginnings, has been one of our staunchest allies. And so I would like them to join. And they're also getting in good with the Granshu, which will hopefully allow the Granshu to get better relations with the Fire Tribes and the Pirac. And actually, I was doing it wrong. You're supposed to select this way. Yeah, trust. They have closed borders. They're allied to rivals. Huh. So the Fire Tribes of Kel has close borders with the Hazar Pact. And of course the Pirac. Let's look at the other way again. Yeah, they've closed their borders. Huh. Rivals with allies. Who are you rivaled with? Let's go back to Empire mode. Now, if we go to diplomatic map mode, Federation Association status, closed borders, rival, closed borders. It doesn't say that they are allies, so it's got to be somebody that these guys are allied with that is the problem. Now the Federation they have a defensive pact. That's it. They've gotten into a defensive pact with the Granshu. That's what is causing a problem, because the Fire Tribes of Kel and the Pirac are rivaled, I think, of these. No, just the Fire Tribes of Kel. The Pirac just doesn't like the Granshu, who happens to be the Hazar Pact's ally. I kind of wish this would also show diplomatic agreements that you have with them, other than just Federation Association Pact. It does. Commercial Pact. Well, no. Federation Association status seems to override it, and it only shows you one of them. I have more than just a migration pact with the them. What? Oh, it said at war with the United Nations of Earth. I was like, why are they at war with me? And then I realized those are raiders. So they're at war with everybody. Yeah. Let's go back to Empire map mode. Now, other than that, I started the upgrade of Trimus A. It will take 3 years. Beyond that, I did a little bit of regular Empire maintenance. But tomorrow, we will get our research completed.
Research concluded.
Plasma throwers. Weapons that eject destructive balls of high-energy plasma at targets. These plasma projectiles are extremely effective at eating through ship armor. So we're about 2.5 to 3 years away from almost anything. Well, we get upgraded shields fastest. Or upgraded hyperdrive. Let's see, the shields would take about 2 years. Nobody else has that. So we would be the leaders in shields. Whereas hyperdrive, we have that through our other members of our Federation have that. And I believe the better choice before blazing a trail is to get stuff that our allies have so that we are on par and equal with them. So yeah, the hyperdrive is also not critical upgrade to put on all my ships. Sure, it'd be great, but I don't have to interrupt everything to upgrade hyperdrive alone. Antimatter missiles. Advanced missiles equipped with very powerful antimatter warheads. A new and improved guidance system gives them a better chance of finding their targets. The Ripper autocannon. I know my allies have that one. Upgraded mining station output will help even further with some of the rare strategic resources. See, that would take 13 months, and the Garanshu have it. Upgrading my destroyer build speed and reducing the cost would only take 9. And, as you see here, I get it for both my Federation and research agreements I have outside my Federation. So it comes even faster if I have a bunch of research agreements. This is the one time it looks at multiple research agreements. So the Federation combined with research agreements outside the Federation. I believe this might be one to knock out. Reducing the cost, it only reduces it by 5%, but that does add up, and because it reduces the overall cost, I believe it also reduces the upkeep of the ships. That would only take 9 months. The orbital ring, nobody has orbital rings that I am in a research agreement with. Ripper autocannon, nobody that I have a research agreement has that, but I do know that there are ones that have it because I had bought ships from the scrappers that had Ripper autocannons. I believe they were probably from the driven assimilators. Let us go with the destroyer patterns. That will be fairly quick. And it's nothing that has a major impact on upgrades or anything of that sort, because I'm about to be doing some upgrades. I'm going into the ship designer. So I believe instead of the cutting lasers, these have a 2.9 average damage, whereas these have the same. But these do bigger hull, armor but less hull. So I believe I would put one plasma thrower in place of the mining. Actually, we could probably go with 2 plasma throwers on this. They fire a little slower, but this will pretty much zap the shields of whatever I hit, and then I will start melting that ship fairly quickly. Of course, if I went with the mining drone laser, the cutting laser, on one of these, I would tear through the armor pretty quickly, but I would also do a decent amount to the hull. Well, the plasma throwers do 50% to hull, but they do 100% to armor. So overall, they get more benefits once you get past the shields. Damage is doubled against armor and improved by 50% against hull. This one, damage is 25% more effective against armor, and then not quite doubled against hull. So I believe the plasma throwers are a better option here for these interceptors. We have the void beam melting the shields, and then the plasma throwers melting the armor and hull. Now for a torpedo boat, no changes. Not until I get like Ripper autocannons. For this one, the autocannon gets a little bit against hull. I think I'm also going to swap over to the plasma throwers for this one. So the plasma throwers have an 80% accuracy, whereas the cutting laser has a 75. Has slightly better range. The fire rate is a little slower. But yes, it's a heavier hitting weapon. Now I'm also going to replace this blue laser here with a plasma thrower on my artillery. The blue laser does 17.02 average damage. This does 17.41, and it is an artillery weapon. So yes, this one is going to sap the shields pretty damn fast. And so this plasma thrower being my artillery on the Vancouver is going to make a huge difference. Also, do I have any new auxiliaries? No. Now I think I'm going to leave this artillery as having the laser, because its backup weapon is pickets, so it actually needs something else to tear down the shields, and so I would rather it not be doing as much reduced damage to shields, even though I would probably have it in a fleet with this one, which is tearing down the shields extremely fast. But we will keep it with the laser. It does less damage to shields, but I mean it does more damage to shields than the plasma thrower, even though it's doing less to everything else. Though the plasma thrower might be a better option here. Since this won't be alone, something else will be tearing down shields. But this is highly accurate. Tough decision. Yeah, let's go ahead and leave it with the blue laser. Now we have a lot of teardown shields here. This is a line ship. The smalls are railguns because they have a range of 50, which is the range I will be at. I believe we will give this the plasma thrower as well. This one we will also give the plasma thrower because it's coming in close to picket range, and it has autocannons that will be tearing down the shields extremely fast. So I want the better damage for up close stuff. Now this one also comes into picket range. We have a lot of teardown shields, so yes, we're going to want plasma throwers. Their tracking is not great, but picket gives us a bonus to tracking. So that will help out a little bit, and these things will melt armor and hull. And all of this is tearing down shields very quickly. Since I'm in picket range, I could actually put a laser as that one for the high accuracy. Let's see, the fire rate on this is 5. The fire rate on lasers is 4.6. Not much difference in the fire rate. So it's not like I'm firing a little bit slower. Now, the fire rate between the laser and the railgun is a lot bigger. So yeah, I'll just keep the railguns. Alright, my gunship picket. I think I will also upgrade to a plasma thrower. My picket interceptor, I'm going to keep with the small blue lasers. Picket gunship, I believe I'm going to give a plasma thrower. And that brings us all back around. So of these, I still have a few that are still using lasers. The picket interceptor, the artillery picket. Those are the only two that are really still using lasers, I think. Yeah, I got rid of all the lasers on these. A better interceptor design would actually be an autocannon, a plasma thrower, and a laser, so it has a mix. So I may actually go ahead and do that. Let's put an autocannon on the front, and then one blue laser in the back. Rather than using the null void beam, I will have the autocannon, the plasma thrower, and the laser, so I have a good mix of damage. When I'm first hitting the shields, the autocannon and the laser will be more effective than the plasma thrower. Once I get through the shields, the laser and the plasma thrower will tear down armor fairly quickly. And once I get to hull, everything is doing good, but the plasma thrower is doing best, followed by the autocannon, which has a fairly high rate of fire. So yeah, I think that's a better interceptor, honestly. But yeah, of the destroyers, it appears only the artillery picket and the picket interceptor are still using lasers. I think I will take the gunship interceptor and change the design slightly. It's getting up into picket range. Let's replace the medium railgun with a laser. So we have 2 small autocannons, a medium blue laser, and 2 plasma throwers. Because I don't want to completely get rid of all my laser designs. Lasers are very effective weapons. And I actually might change this gunship to be similar. It does have 2 small railguns. So yeah, let's give it a blue laser as its other medium weapon. As far as artillery, the artillery picket is the only one that still has a laser, I believe. Yes. I do want to keep 1 laser artillery. Now for our cruisers, we have a large railgun, a medium railgun. Let's see, this goes out to a range of 80. The only medium weapons that will reach that is railguns and the null void beam. The null void beam is going to really... what I think I'll do with this one is give it 2 medium railguns, change this large one to a plasma thrower. Or actually, no. change this large one to a blue laser, and the large one on the very front to the plasma thrower. It does have a range of 80. So there, this is now my new artillery cruiser. After a while, when you get enough laser upgrades, the mining drone lasers become obsolete because there are no upgrades for the mining drone lasers. Right now they're still on par with the small, but the mediums, the average damage is actually better for lasers now that I have blue lasers. Alright, this is a picket. I'm sapping the shields pretty quickly. I think I'm going to give this 2 plasma throwers. I mean, I am coming in close. These things do extremely good damage. Better than the lasers. So this thing is going to be reducing shields for the most part. My amoeba are going to be penetrating the shields and going straight for melting armor. So actually, no. More to hull is what I needed. So yes, I think I will keep the mining drone lasers on this one. So yeah, that one will remain unchanged for now. And this one also comes in. This is my interceptor. I have a mix of lasers, railguns, and autocannons. I think I'm going to replace the railguns, since I do have the autocannons. I think I'm going to replace the railguns with plasma throwers. Yes. So we've got 2 plasma throwers, 2 lasers, and 2 autocannons. So this is anti-shield, anti-armor, and this one is anti-armor and hull. And this is also anti-hull a little bit. But the actual missiles and torpedoes will be working on the armor before I get the shields down, very likely. No, I think I'm going back to rail. Or I could do even more autocannons. Let's see, the difference between the railguns and the autocannons. The autocannons are still better than the Tier 3 railguns, but when I get Tier 4 railguns, well, the autocannons also have better accuracy and better tracking. Yeah, let's actually just do 4 autocannons and 2 plasma throwers. We'll get rid of the lasers on this one. So the plasma throwers will make sure whatever is left of the armor is gone by the time the autocannons tear down the shields, because the missiles and the torpedoes will be working on the armor already. So yeah, I think that's going to work out. And eventually I will design some more defense platforms. I usually have, depending on the setup, if I have enemies at my borders off the bat, I usually already have several designs set up and a good mix of defenses at my borders. But each start kind of dictates how I go about the game. And I started out being able to get in good with my allies, or my neighbors, off the bat, so I didn't have a lot in the way of threats, other than these guys who can be put aside by simply bribing them. So now that we have all of that, it's going to take a while to upgrade these. So if I look at my military fleets, none of the patrols have changed, so I only have to worry about these. So we will tell you to be upgraded. It doesn't take as much as I thought to upgrade you, but you have to upgrade all 3 of your ships. And so do you. All three of your ship classes. That is more what I was expecting. You know, about 500 alloys to outfit these guys. First fleet, I think, got off the cheapest. I think they were fairly cheap. Prime Awareness has vanquished an ancient threat in the distant Kari system. So they took out the automated dreadnought. So they have eliminated both the automated dreadnought and the scrapper bot. Looks like we're about to get a chance at breakthrough here. No breakthrough chance. We're just going to get, yeah, we got a few. No, we got a failure. So we got nothing out of that. And we've already gotten 2 clues and still don't have a breakthrough chance. To get a breakthrough chance, we will need at least 2 more clues. To have no chance of failure, we would need 4 more clues. Alright, finally got all of the unemployed off of Earth. About 8 months away from needing more jobs here. I'm going to go ahead and build another stronghold. 13 months away here. Let's add another industrial district. Because I do know on other worlds I'm going to want to add stuff that needs consumer goods. So I need to have that already in the works. As a matter of fact, this system capital complex is going to increase the amount of consumer goods I'm using. Because it adds an extra bureaucrat or politician. And these research labs are about to be completed here. My first research labs on Blizzard. And I'm also upgrading to research complexes here on Avalon. So yeah, that's something you have to take into account, how much you're going to be draining with your upgrades. Six months away here, I'm going to add another agriculture district. Yeah, I'm going to get this agriculture filled out as best I can, because I am running the edict that increases how much food my pops are doing to improve their growth rate so that my empire grows a little faster. Alright, so we are about 13 months away, which is about how long it takes to build an industrial district. Speaking of which, since I'm not building agriculture and stuff faster, we're going to go ahead and switch this to a urban world. Let's see. Let's go back to rural world and see what the changes are. 2 minerals, but it also... Urban World also boosts your trade value. So our trade value went up 2 points. 15.2 and 5.6 versus 17.1. Yeah, so we lose 2 minerals, but we gain 3 energy credits, switching to urban. Now, we don't currently have anything costing strategic resources, but I will be upgrading buildings eventually. But for now, being the urban world and reducing the cost, I think is a little better than getting 2 extra minerals. It'll also allow me to fill out the city districts and get more building slots here a little bit quicker, because the build time for them will have about 2 months knocked off of it. Now this one I can go ahead and upgrade. It's not going to add any additional jobs. It's going to boost my consumer goods instead, and I'm not doing anything else. And I do have the crystals to spare. Got a favor with the Grand Shoe. I don't believe I can use favors on my Federation allies to sway their invitations, because I did not see that option like when I was offering association status to spin favors to adjust their votes.
Ship upgrades applied.
First fleet has been fully upgraded. Yeah, its military power jumped about 0.5, I believe, when I did that. I think I only have like 2 more defense platforms to upgrade. It's the 2 over here in Wolgan. Yeah, this one needs an armor upgrade. This one needs an armor upgrade. That one is fully upgraded. So yeah, just these 2 farpoint hangars are the last 2 defense platforms I have to upgrade.
Ship upgrades applied.
Second fleet is now fully upgraded. It jumped up another 0.5.
Ship upgrades applied.
Zarpact is now in a research agreement with the Garanshu.
Research concluded.
Xeno relations. The complexities of interstellar diplomacy necessitate the forming of bonds with foreign powers in order to further one's goals. Reverse engineer minor artifacts. That allows us to break down minor artifacts for random technology bonuses. That one is actually a pretty damn good one. And it looks like it's one of the cheaper ones apart from pop growth. Well, pop growth and later lifespan. So we'll do knockout arcane deciphering. That'll take about a year. Now, on to Earth, we can go ahead and upgrade our embassy complex. We should have the spare rare crystals. I know I am building a few upgrades that affect rare crystals. Yeah, the civilian fabricators, that will give me an upkeep of 2. So yeah, that's it. So now I will be down 4 more rare crystals. I'll still have a surplus of 4.
Ship upgrades applied.
Last defense platforms are upgraded. Last defense platforms that I remember where they are.
We are being hailed.
Ubarak Company would like an embassy. Yes. Let's go down to the Ubarak Company real quick and see if we can do any other sort of agreements now that we have an embassy. I want a commercial pact with them, but it's going to take a little bit longer. Yeah. But now that we have an embassy, our intel should climb up. And in about 2 years, we'll be able to see more information about them.
Research concluded.
Standardized destroyer patterns. Establishing new standards for the modeling and construction of destroyers greatly improves the efficiency of the production pipeline. Durasteel armor. That's the one that unlocks the last building slot. Technology. I could get droid workers. That would give me more options for droids to build and fill out specialist slots, but that I don't really consider a priority right now. Alloy megaforges. I could use a little bit more alloys. Plasma thrusters would be done a little bit after the hyperdrives. That would be an upgrade worth doing, because I would get more speed and the faster hyperjumps. That would greatly benefit my patrols. Durasteel armor would take 2 years. So yeah, let's get the plasma thrusters. So about 6 months after I get Hyperdrive 3, I can do another round of upgrades for my, and that will also be upgrades for my patrol fleets, so that they can get their patrols done a little bit faster. And it may not take that long. When I get the reverse engineering of minor artifacts, I do have a significant stockpile of minor artifacts that I would be able to start reverse engineering for bonuses.
Ship upgrades applied.
Third fleet is finally fully upgraded. It didn't jump up too awfully much. I believe it was at 4.8, so it only got like 0.4 increase, if that. It had actually some of the most ships to upgrade, I believe, too. And I believe the next star bases I will begin upgrades on will be my shipyards, so that I can put crew quarters at the ones that have fleets to cut down on the ship cost, because right now I'm at 307 on energy credits and 63.4 on alloys. So cutting down on the maintenance of my fleets while they are idle and basically just there to project power and give me diplomacy. Diplomatic weight. Alright, there's not enough opposition to collective waste management. I believe it's going to end up passing. I will wait until like a day before the recess to pull out my opposition. There's a chance that some of these people will lean toward my position, and right before it goes, the opposition will grow. So I'm still going to continue arguing against it. I believe it is a bad idea. Governor Manuel de la Guardia has gained a well-earned reputation as a crime fighter. He has publicly vowed to root out corruption and injustice wherever it might be found. He's got the righteous trait. He is in Earth. Okay, so that means he's basically stamping out crime all throughout here. Generally, level and enforcers take care of crime sufficiently. There's not enough, unless there is a criminal syndicate, there's not really much problem with crime in the game itself. That's another reason I kind of wish empire size would affect stability in a way, because low stability leads to crime. It could also have a small crime modifier to make things like prison planets and enforcers actually needed. Because, I mean, I almost never need to build precinct houses. Not unless there's a criminal syndicate. If there's a criminal syndicate in the game, then I do need precinct houses on each of mine to just keep them from being able to establish holdings on my colonies. Looks like the Hazar Pact, the Pyrarch are not expanding any further. They really can't. If they got enough influence, they could leapfrog the Urzo and start over here, or they can go through our allies' territory and start over here. But it would cost them a ton of influence to do that. They're building hyper relays. That's something I need to get caught up on. Eventually. The Noble is now a month away from its destination, so I can resume my mapping of this area. See, I can go to... Let's just go to there. 3 more months I can check them again and see where to go from where they are. That way I can map out the Zakplot vestige from afar. Don't want to go through their systems. Now I should be able to get one more upgrade on my star bases started before I need to start banking alloys for my next... actually, I might be able to get 2 before, because it's 150 influence per habitat. Another favor from the Hussar. And we finished that archaeological site. The Oracle. Our engineers have restored the Oracle's nexus to an operative state, but not without first disabling its defense systems. Evidence suggests it may have been responsible not only for keeping the station's inhabitants alive, but also for killing them. It ran complex computational models that forecast their lives with an estimated accuracy of 75%, correcting divergences and incapacitating future troublemakers before they could disrupt divine order. It has indicated that it wishes to speak with us. We get a chunk of engineering research, influence, and alloys by just scrapping the damn thing. But let's talk to it. The Oracle manifests as an elaborate 3D hologram of a tall arthropoid female clad in a long flowing robe. She bows her head in greeting, then stares emptily ahead with hundreds of huge orbed unseeing eyes. They glow dimly in the gloom as she speaks. Welcome to Divinity Station, friends. I cannot help but notice that you have disabled my security system. May I implore you to restore it immediately? I can assure you that it is there only for your protection. What happened to the inhabitants of this station? I have a failsafe that requires me to terminate a trial in the event of a code 034N deviation. The research had become a threat to the Republic. What is a code 034N deviation? The test subjects had developed free will. Free will can only be abolished with nerve gas. What trial? My trial. I was designed to build and maintain a society free of crime and suffering, a utopia in which every citizen was instilled with divine purpose and lived up to their full potential, unfettered by indecision and desire. What is the Republic? The Republic is no more. What are you? I am Oracle, an artificial intelligence gifted with the sight. My software allows me to predict your future with a divine accuracy of 74.99999%. I sense great doubt in you, great danger ahead. Your society is riddled with crime and deviation. I can make the pain go away. My society is not riddled with crime and deviation. My society is nearly a utopia. We could get a skill 5 governor by allowing them to join us. We could get them to add 10 to our monthly unity by aiding in the administration of our empire. Or is that a quantum multi-core processor? We could use that. Now I'm getting half, I believe, the alloys and the influence as I would have gotten by just not speaking to it whatsoever. It is a life form. As much as I want that influence chunk, as much as I wanted the influence chunk before, we are going to allow it to live if it will assist us. So it'll give us more unity, which should help with our tradition increases. So we are going to use its knowledge and its prediction, but we are still going to allow our citizens to have free will. Now, right now we have 1158 unity per month. Let's see how much it improves next month. So it went up about 70 points. Not bad. Still, meta-wise, I would have been better not even speaking to the thing to get the 500 influence and 2,000 alloys. so that I could turn around and churn out some habitats. But that is not the way of our people, to just, ignore the chance to learn. Now, I do have enough influence. I believe I have enough. Nope, I'm short by 1 month to upgrade another Star Fortress. I believe the Noble is exactly where I needed it to. Let's go to there. Actually, yeah, we can go ahead and get up some survey orders, because I know they won't have claimed systems right on the border here. So we can survey those 3 and then come back and survey that one. The trade wind is at a position where I need to give it more orders. We are checking out the Commonwealth of Men. That is not in the nebula. That is not in the nebula. So let us... Is this nebula? Doesn't look like it. No. So we'll pop over there before we pop to here. That way, popping over there will give us sight on those 2 systems and that one. And then we can go through this nebula and get the nebula systems and see, just go along their borders around here and loop around. The Fahrenheit is going to assist research, so it is pretty much set. Now we have a spare miner produced that is working as a clerk on Storm. So I think we'll transfer that miner to Shangri-La. That was from Storm. Because we can actually shift Shangri-La to producing, after it turns out this miner by January, we can shift it to start producing farmers. Because that is what I will be adding, is agriculture districts to Shangri-La.
Research concluded.
Arcane deciphering. Various artifacts and technologies functioning by arcane means that cannot be understood or replicated, at least not by conventional science as it is known to us. I could get the Hypercoms Forum. That would get me more jobs on Earth, doing Unity. I get a boost to overall amenities. That would help with stability. Actually, I think I should get started on terraforming. I think that is going to be the best option. This would not be a bad one either. But yeah, we're going to get started on the terraforming research. It's going to take a little under a year. So I should have it by next July. Now for the arcane deciphering. If we go to society management to relics, I can just find peaceful applications, which gives me a buff to civilian economy. It'll be like I think consumer goods production, stuff like that. I can get military applications, which gives me a bonus to ship combat. Or I can reverse engineer arcane technology and get technology boost. Each of these has kind of a shared cooldown, I believe. We'll see. So I'll reverse engineer the arcane technology first. While the artifacts we are researching have not yielded an immediate breakthrough, they're accelerating research in all fields. So that gives me a 10% research speed for 5 years. Okay, so yes, those do not block out, I can choose either peaceful or military applications. Now, I could bank these minor artifacts because I'm not likely to get more at this point. There's not really any more archaeological sites that will pop up. There are a few that pop up mid-game, and there is a possibility I could get another one if I got another planet that had blockers and remove the blockers. There is a Sentinels one. But for the most part, my minor artifacts are done, unless I find the rubricator, which is unlikely since I haven't even seen evidence of it to this point. So I could do that 9 more times every 2 years and just get some technology boost. But I think I'm also going to do the peaceful applications. This will last about 2.5 years. So let's see what I get from it. What aspect shall we focus on? An ancient fad, which is happiness for 5 years. Efficient manufacturing, consumer goods upkeep reduction. Miniaturization, amenities reduction. Management insights. Leader upkeep reduced. Trust growth and leader experience gain increased. We're going to go with the ancient fad. The study of minor artifacts has unexpectedly launched a viral fad across your empire. That gives overall happiness, which in turn helps stability, which in turn helps all of my economy. So we're going to knock that out. But then after that, I think I'm going to save all of the last for reverse engineering. So I can reverse engineer 8 more times, basically. And we should get hyperdrives next month, and then plasma thrusters we should get by January.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Hyperspace slipstreams, a new generation of hyperdrives capable of accessing the subspace slipstreams that are present within hyperspace. This leads to dramatically improved drive performance. And we can upgrade our lasers, upgrade our sensors, upgrade our plasma throwers, upgrade our reactors. Right now I don't think we have power problems. I'll double check that. But we'll get the lasers because we should get that at the same time we get the plasma thrusters, which gives more reason to upgrade ships. Now let us actually look at the ship designer real quick and do a quick run through of our ships. Surplus power. And the lowest so far has been 39. So yes, the antimatter reactors, okay. All of our corvettes are very low on power once we upgrade the hyperdrives. Now if we go back to the hyperdrive 2, they're still fairly low on power. So we do need the antimatter reactors soon for our corvettes. We're upgrading lasers, which will only affect the Ulan. That has a power usage of 7, as long as this doesn't have a power usage of over 10. No, okay. So once we get the UV lasers, we are going to need, and the plasma thrusters. That's going to up my power as well. So yeah, after we get these 2 upgrades, we are going to need the antimatter reactor. And we are getting this both from the Hazar Pact and our Federation. Same for terraforming. And apparently our Federation does not have plasma thrusters. So we will be helping them out by getting this technology.
System survey concluded.
That was the last system I was surveying over here. So now this guy is going to assist research. Now I do still have a few scanning. That one has survey. We will actually trade him out for this guy because he has survey bonuses. Bondin, I believe it was. Yes. So we will send Windlet back that way. And that would be all of my current research planets have a ship, will have a ship assisting research at that point. And I think, even though it's like the middle of a segment, I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading a facility. Now, once I upgrade this, I don't really need more trade hubs on Earth. Having a reach of 4 won't really get me anything. It would get me to Banus, but Sugalia is already getting Banus, and Sugalia still needs its trade hub to reach Marath and Xeris right now. So there's no point in me adding more trade hubs to Earth at this point. So I could add more anchorages or further shipyards or hangar bays to help get more protection around Earth. For the building slot, I will probably add a crew quarters since I have a fleet docked here. The other option would be to add a deep space black site for the stability bonus and a little bit more unity. But the only colony in this system right now is Earth, which has very good stability anyway. 5 more stability could give me a little bit more resources from jobs and trade value, but I don't think it's worth as much to me as cutting down on the upkeep of all of these ships, because that will boost both my energy credits and alloys. Alvathar Star Assembly has begun to integrate the Galactic Tebadoran hierarchy. Well, that's one less hegemonic imperialist in the world. Do I actually have anybody with the Galactic Tebadorans? I don't believe I do. No. Do I have any deals with them? No. So that does not affect me in the least. Now, one thing about it, the Galactic Tebadorans are the ones with the market, so that means that the Alvathari Star Assembly will get the Galactic market when they finish the integration. Now, if I didn't have my personal choice of not uplifting species or enlightening primitives, I have 3 primitive civilizations in my borders. That would have been a source. I could have made them vassals by uplifting them, or enlightening them, not uplifting. Uplift is something else. I could have made them vassals by enlightening them, which would have given me more influence if I had put holdings on them, and also have given me more defense and research pact possibilities through them. Even though their research is weaker than mine, would be weaker than mine, it would boost them up a little faster. But yeah, I could have gotten a little bit better start if I had not chosen to restrict myself in the way of the Prime Directive. I'm about 13 months from having 2 additional population, 1 technician and an actual pop, which would drop me down to 5 here. At that point, I will also be able to upgrade the capital, but since it takes... Oh, this is an industrial world. It only takes about 11 months to build an industrial district. I will go ahead and start building another industrial district here, even though it will be done before I really need it. It will keep the available jobs up higher, which will in effect boost immigration pull and increase population growth. But yeah, we'll get that started here. It's the next to last district available on this world, period, because I've already done Mastery of Nature. 1 more industrial district, and this one will be completely kitted out until I get the additional building slots. One of them will come from upgrading the capital. The last one when I get the Durasteel technology. Or Plasteel technology. Now all these additional industrial districts I'm building are dropping my minerals. Not to mention when they first pop up, like on this world, it will be dropping my energy credits a bit. I have great energy credit input right now though. Yeah, over 1,000. And it will go higher. Right now I don't have all of my technician jobs being worked, honestly. So I can spare a slight drop in energy credits. The minerals are what are hurting me more. As soon as I can get a steady supply of influence to start building more habitats, minerals will no longer be a problem because I have a lot of places I can put mining habitats. I'm going to go ahead and get started on upgrading another advanced research complex here. It's going to take 480 days. That's almost a year and a half. It's just like 2 months short of a year and a half. But I'm about to get 2 pops next month, which would drop me down to 4. But within this month, I will be back up to 6, and I'm pretty sure it won't take a year and a half for me to get yet another pop and drop me down to 5. So let's go ahead and get the construction started early. Although another alternative is to delay that and see if I'm 13 months, because it'll take at least 15 to 20 months to get another pop. But I think I want the advanced research complexes. I want to start pushing my research more so that I'm getting, because a lot of this stuff is getting more expensive. Actually need a hollow theater here. I was going to add another generator district, but as low as my amenities are getting here, I need a hollow theater. Alright, we're going to pop over here to see those 2 systems and then head back this way. And once again, my opposition made no difference. As a matter of fact, more of the opponents have drawn away. So I will abstain so that I do not get diplomatic grief from the people who proposed it, which are the Till Nesti Hive, who I don't have great relations with right now anyway. Collective waste management is passed. In 2 years, hopefully, cooperative research channels will be on the top, but it might be buzzword standardization. So I believe in December of '86, I'm going to make sure this one is up next, even if I have to call into favors to push it to the top. I do not want another to bump it out again, unless that other is forming the Galactic Council. That is the only one I would allow to bump cooperative research channels, because I want the research station output from this. And now I am significantly above everybody else. Commonwealth of Man's actually dropped significantly. My economy weight is 1100 before the modifiers. So I am just 50% lower than the prime awareness. Little bit under the Urzo. I'm about 200 points under. No, my actual economy is stronger than the Urzo. Yes. Mine was 1100. I'm above the League of Brian States, the Hithians, just barely above the Tezekians, above the Verzak, almost double the Commonwealth of Man, above the Fire Tribes, the Garanshu, the Hazar, the Yevzorak, the Alvathari. I've got almost double theirs. Tillinesti, I have almost triple theirs. And from here on out, it's probably going to dwindle pretty significantly. Yeah, most of these have very bad economies because they are small empires at the bottom. Yep, the Pirac is the last one that is above half of mine. All of these are significantly weaker. As far as military, well, let's look at technology first. Okay, they don't quite have triple mine, but they're close. My technology is 605, so 50% less, or Brian States has 50% more. Not Brian States, Urzo has 50% more. Brian States is close to me. Hithians have almost double mine. I am above Commonwealth of Man. Tezekians have almost double mine. And then I think I'm going to be pretty close to being on par with everybody else. I've actually surpassed my erstwhile allies. The Tillinesti are above me. And all of these are going to be relatively weak. Now, military, I have a 534 fleet power, which is a quarter of the Prime Awareness's fleet power. Half of the Urzos, about half of the Hithians, equivalent to actually stronger than the League of Brian States, half of the Commonwealth of Man, a third of the Tezekians, half of the Verzaks. Fire Tribes of Kale have 50% more. The Hazar have 50% more fleet. So do the Yevzorak. But I have more fleet power than the Garanshu and the Alvathari. And pretty sure it's going to be everybody else down through here is equivalent or less. Well, these guys have pitiful fleets. That was the Pirac. Their fleet power is 86 now. They must have just lost or scrapped their fleets. Okay, time to renew our Patron of the Arts, and we will also organize a festival. Now, the festival only lasts 5 years. That's fine. I could renew it in 2290, if I could remember it. I could get more art pieces. These add amenities and immigration pull. Let's go ahead and buy one more art piece. And we will put that on, I think, the Gaia world. If it doesn't currently have one. It does not. So let's exhibit the art monument here. That will make the Gaia world grow a little faster. I do have an available envoy now that I've completed that. I believe I had pulled mine out of the Fire Tribes. Now, I could start working on getting in with some of these other empires right now, but I would like to consolidate the allies I currently have. I would like to get more favors with like the Fire Tribes in case I need them in passing resolutions for the Federation.
Ad eos brute omne.
Rhizome of Red. But it's been another 5 years, so we'll call this an episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.